Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Brandon Wallace. I'm a realtor with My Home Group, and I am local to the Phoenix, Arizona metro area. Today, I'm going to be giving you a housing market update, and we're going to be looking specifically what's been happening since the end of April 2023. And this includes the wider Phoenix metro area and surrounding satellite cities like Mesa, Glendale, Peoria, things like that. So I'm excited to get started with you. Here on the screen, you can see the sources that I pulled from in order to get this data. And I'm going to also go ahead and get into some an analysis as well. Now, market snapshot. This is as of the end of April 2023. We also see some month over month and year over year comparisons and percentage changes, as well as on the left, you have different market statistics. If there's any certain statistic you want to look at closer, go ahead and pause the video. That way you can kind of study those numbers. The one that I'm focusing on is the average list price. We see here that the average list price has had a negative change of 3.28%, and that's from April 2022 to April of 2023. So this past April, the average list price was about almost 800,000, whereas in 2022 it was a little higher at 826,000. Part of this is in response to the rising interest rates. Sellers are having to, in some cases, but not all, go ahead and either lower the list price or, buyers are offering less than the list price, as well as sellers are now starting to offer some concessions. We are seeing a little bit of that come back, depending on the area and, of course, the home. And something else I wanted to bring to your attention, the average days on the market. So in April 2022, it was only 27 days. So a home would essentially be listed and within 27 days it would be sold and be under contract. Whereas nowadays we're seeing that number rise. The number is up to 73 days as of April 2023, and there's various reasons for that. Even though supply is still, lower than what we need, buyers are also having more trouble securing those loans from their lenders. Obviously, this doesn't necessarily apply to a cash buyer. Now, this is a chart showing different ranges of homes in different price ranges, as well as the percentage changes year to date, as well as year over year. So I just decided to focus on, mid-range to low range, $300,000 to almost $400,000 homes. We can see that there's been a percentage change of new listings of minus 14%. And so one way you can think of it as is there was 14% fewer listings in 2022 than there are this year. I like to think of that as a good thing, especially if you're a buyer, because you're going to have more choices to look at or, more things to consider here as homes are sitting on the market longer. Now, let's take a look at some other statistics. Here we're seeing the median sales price for single family homes. The red line is including the entire multiple listing service versus the orange line is the Phoenix area. So you can see the Phoenix area is just a little bit lower than the overall MLS. You can see basically there was an ebb and flow, except starting in around 2012, we've seen prices of homes, the median sales price, basically keep rising every year. But this year, 2023, we're starting to see a little bit of that drop. And again, that's, in response to numerous factors, but one of them being interest rates. Here is the same graph, but we're comparing townhouses and condos. And even though the chart looks much the same, it's just that the sales price is a little lower when you consider townhouses and condos versus single family homes. Now, days on the market. As you're just kind of looking across time, you can see that, in 2022, the average days on the market were, quite a bit lower, except as we're starting to get into the tail end of 2022, that number went up. So what this means is homes are sitting on the market longer, but we are seeing a dip, especially since March. Homes are starting to sell a little faster than earlier in the year. Now, sold to list ratio. This is basically showing you how much a home actually sold versus what it was listed at. So in 2022, I mean, especially in those beginning months there, you see on the far left, oftentimes a home was selling for over the list price. So this could be as a result of a bidding war, or just people were buyers, especially, were really trying to capitalize on those lower interest rates. Whereas as you get closer to the end of 2022, and even this year as well, we're seeing homes sell in general a little less than the listing price. Here are some highlights from the National Association of Realtors. You can go ahead and pause your screen if you wanted to read these stats. I just found them kind of interesting. I wanted to focus on the last statistic, which shows that how many offers are homes getting when they're being sold. Well, recently they received an average of 3.1 offers, virtually unchanged from last month. And it's down, though, if you compare year over year from 5.5 offers in April 2022. So it's not that there's fewer buyers, it's just that buyers are a little more cautious. But still, we're seeing not enough inventory to match the demand, especially in the Phoenix area. Okay, please, 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 if you're ready to buy or sell, give me a call, text me. It's no pressure at all. I can just talk to you about the different ways we can market your home if you're trying to sell, or the different types of homes and procedures we can follow if you're looking to buy. You can find me also on Facebook if you prefer to chat that way. You could just look up Brandon Wallace. And then on Instagram, I'm brandon.wallacephx. Thank you so much if you've gotten this far. You're probably interested in buying or selling. I'd love to be part of your journey. I think we could work really well together. And I'd love to tell you a little bit more about what I can offer you. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening. Take care.